You tweeted the other day that there was a year before when you read the script, and then I saw the screening, and then I saw the movie. So I was wondering the journey of your memo, reading the script, and
March 2nd,
yeah.
2015 was the memo.
Yeah.
I think I decided it was my last film maybe 3 or 4 months before that.
Wow.
Didn't know what it was going to be. I think that's the timeline. And then working with Jim, like I sent the memo to Jim. To a good friend who's in this room, to my agent, and that's about it. And then we started developing it. Oh, and then I had a very important meeting with Emma Watson and Steve Asbell at Fox, because I was pretty sure they'd say, no, we're out.
Okay.
So, but they didn't. They said yes.
So it's been a bunch of surprise, because it surprised me to say that you didn't really know what it was going to be until you actually saw it in Berlin. That took me by surprise, because it must have been quite a journey from the memo to actually sitting down and seeing the finished product.
You know, I'd seen rough cuts along the way, but to see it with an audience and to see it fully finished with the score, which I hadn't heard until Berlin, it was like, oh, we crossed the finish line. But only then did I feel we actually crossed. If it was a marathon, I was, you know...
You were in it.
I was 25 miles down before Berlin, but will we actually cross? That's when I went... And I'm sitting next to Patrick Stewart and James Mangold, and it was an emotional night for me. It was pretty special.
So I wanted to ask you, I mean, the role sort of made you a star, gave you a career, but I want your opinion, because it's my perception, and this has probably pushed you the most dramatically and challenging as an actor. So, and you always had a feeling, but was that rewarding to know that you were right, that was there sort of waiting for you?
It's a beautiful way to describe it. It's very rewarding and very satisfying, because Jim and I was very clear as soon as I told Jim, he was bang on board, and we had to stay very, 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 very steadfast with that. Even the title was a good fight to get that title up there, you know, but I was like, it's very clear to me, this is a movie about a man. This is not a movie about a superhero. And I want to separate it from everything else because I feel it's different. There's even references in the movie itself that kind of separate it from all other comic book movies, you know, so that, I suppose when you see the movie and you get reactions and you think, wow, we were right, or that gut feeling paid off. Now, but to be honest, if we were wrong, I would still be proud of that movie because it was probably for the first time in my life, I've been that involved from beginning to end, and that we had stuck with an original creative impulse. And we had unbelievable support from the studio, but I was proud of that alone. If I was wrong, I'd be going, man, I was wrong. But I couldn't blame anyone else. And man, I was right to ask James Mangold, because that guy's a genius.
So precisely, I wanted to talk to you. I know there's going to be conversations about the violence, but what I'm interested about that is the way that he managed to make it a real human tragedy, that it's not about being a kick-ass. So was that always sort of the mission statement when you sat down to discuss that?
Jim really is articulate on this. I'd always known it. You can't understand Logan if you think he's just this crusty old, hard, wise and cigar chomping, you know, one-line quipping kind of guy. There's stuff underneath that makes him like that. Even in the comic books, it's there. And you have to understand the ramifications of violence to understand that character, because he's the ultimate weapon. He's created to be a killing machine. And he's done a lot of it. And as he says in the movie, like, I love that scene with Daphne, and I'd hope this is not a spoiler, and she talks about her nightmares, and she said, you know, I've hurt people, and I say to her, you're going to have to learn to live with that. And she said, they were bad people. And I say, all the same.
All the same, yeah. It's a powerful statement, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. About
what violence is. And so in the end, it's hopefully a movie that makes you think about violence, not just glorify it.
So it's not every other person you are able to relate in this sort of 17-year-old journey, but you get to do it with Patrick Stewart. Yeah. So I wondered if you've had the conversation, or while you were shooting on set, like, did you look at each other and I was like, oh my God, are we really doing this with the characters? Have you had that conversation with him at all at one point? I haven't
told many people this story, but about second week of filming, maybe, we shot that scene in the tank. The first scene you see is together. And the actual scene is probably 6 or 7 minutes. I think maybe in the movie it's 5 minutes or so now, but it was certainly more nuance and character and relationship in a way in that 5 or 6 minutes than we had had for the entire run.
Yeah.
And that was a day's shooting. And we both Jim said, come into my trailer, I want you to see a cut of it. We saw it cut, and both of us just hugged each other afterwards. There was something very poignant about that. I was starstruck when I met Patrick Stewart. When I was at drama school, I watched him on the John Barton How to Play Shakespeare tapes, he and Ian McKellen. To walk on a movie set with them when I was 30, I thought, this is it, I made it. These are gods for me of acting. And to finish that 17-year run with him, doing these scenes, to watch him be so brilliant, I was just so proud to be part of that.
And you should be.
Thank you.
So when I said that I was doing this, my social media has been flooded with stuff about your brother from another mother, Mr. Reynolds, and given that they haven't seen the movie, my question to you regarding, I don't see Wolverine being in Deadpool 2, but do you think that maybe another incarnation of Hugh Jackman? Was that something that...
Hugh and Ryan in something?
In something, yeah.
Would love that.
Yeah.
I mean, we worked together once before and been wanting to do something ever since, and I'm so proud of what he's achieved. I kind of wish he'd achieved the Deadpool thing maybe 10 years ago, and maybe we could have... But I'd already made this decision 2.5 years ago, really. So our timing's a little off there, but he's doing an amazing job. And I know how hard he fought for that movie. How hard he fought for every trailer and poster and to keep it authentic. And that really did inspire me,
So I'm going to use my last 3 seconds to say it's been an honor to talk to you since X2.
Right.
Fantastic job. Pleasure talking to you.
What happened to X1? You're still in high school.
I wasn't doing it. I was in school.
Yeah, right, okay. I set that up.
I know, I didn't want to say it. Right.